nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. Alert.
To throw is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he knocks him over. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the carry, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check the hunt. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And that's caught by Smith. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Bailey's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a handoff looking right. The former 1st-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd. A failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll go down at the 28.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a 6-yard down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. It's complete to Grant. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
The previous play is under review.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.